How y'all like that little cheesy TV theme countdown? uh, Welcome everybody to. I ain't got you on the screen yet. Calm down. Let me get you on the screen first. So those who don't hear that, that is Fred James. We are running a little behind today. We had a few people that supposed to be on here. One of them had not showed up yet. I'm not going to speak no names, but you'll notice if he don't show up. But I do have the incomparable Gary and Tier.
It's me, everybody.
Oh,
ratings just went up.
I also have on here somebody that I feel like got a lot of knowledge and be able to help us out with this. Mr. K. Tuma.
Omelette du fromage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like cheese too. Now, for those who haven't seen all like that, this is not going to be exactly like some SDU stuff like we normally do. This is the top 5 roundtable. Basically, what we did is a few weeks ago we put a post out on the SDU Networks page to send in your voting. And what we did this time is the top 5 active Arkansas wrestlers. And I put active on there specifically because I actually got several votes for people that have not wrestled in years. And I'm like, this is for active people. So, so what we did, the way I did it was give me your top 5, 1 through 5. So whoever was on your list at number 1, they got 5 points. Number 2 got 4 points. Number 3 got 3 points, and so on. And I tallied up. This is not SDU. I don't. Shut the hell up. Well, it kind of is. Anyway, basically though, I tallied up and come up with the overall score. So I received well over 100 messages with different people voting. I thought that was pretty damn cool, I got a wide variety of votes. I left my damn notebook inside. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to start out with number 5, go through. After number 2, I will put out some honorable mentions on some people that received votes, but not quite enough to break that top 5. Bruce was supposed to be on here with us, but I don't know where he's at. He is not answering messages. I don't know what he's doing. So, what the crap? I don't get it. Anything to throw in, guys, before we get cranking on this weirdness?
Let's go.
I was just gonna say something about werewolves, and it's not the full moon, so that's why he's not here. But I couldn't come up with anything in time. So,
what the hell?
He's at the dollar store.
There we go. He's getting some orange soda.
Some orange soda. Who loves orange soda? Bruce loves orange soda.
This is going to be the rip on Bruce time frame.
Yep.
And I don't know how long this will go. It just really just depends on our interaction after we play the video and whatnot. Hopefully, the ones that are in the top 5, they are aware that they're in the top 5. They don't know what number they are. But I had to get some video and some information on. So hopefully they're all tuned in. So I let them know what day it was going to be and what time. Let's do it. Number 2.
Yeah, I want a match.
But anyway, here we go. Let's go ahead and put this out here. The number 5 spot that you voted in. I do not own any rights to any music used.
Yeah.
Number 5, Grace Sean Prince.
Hear what I say. We are the business today. It's finished today. RT&J, we the new PB&J. We dropped the classic today. We did a tablet of ashes today. Little with the matches and ashes away. We dash away. Donna and Dixon, the pimp is blasting away.
Doctors of death, killing our patients of breath. We are the pain you can trust. Dropping it work. Hooking up curses and slurs, smoking my brain in the mush. I became famous for blaming you folks, naming my way through the brush. There was no training or taming of me and my bruh. Live like a man, but I'm animal raw.
We are the murderers there. That went to jail and we murdered the murderers there. Then went to hell and discovered the devil delivered some hurt and despair. Used to have powder to push, now I spend pounds of the crew. Holy, I'm burning the bush. Now I give a fuck about none of this shit. You run her over and out of this.
All right.
Really?
One, let's give a round of applause for Fred's dance moves.
All right, so I got here Drayshawn Prince, and this is what he sent me. So this is not my own research because I'm too lazy. Debuted September 1st of 2018. He is the former and inaugural AWO heavyweight champion, former ASWF Evolution champion, former ASWF tag team champion, RW United States champion twice, RW tag team champion, AWO Wrestler of the Year in 2020, ASWF Wrestler of the Year in 2020, and current SCW Cruiserweight champion. So, Gary, and I know you've been in the ring, shared the ring with him a buttload of times. I know you want to get this started.
Yeah, I'm not at all surprised that he's on the list, but I'm very happy to see the recognition there. I think this is somebody that could have very easily been higher up on the list too. But with D-Mike, you get one of the most athletic people in Arkansas in terms of.
Don't let him hear you say D-Mike. He'll go off on you.
Hey, I'm not a promoter trying to put out an event, but yeah, Drayshawn, just in terms of like somebody that I've actually, like you said, been in the ring with on many occasions, just excellent at just about everything that he does. So yeah, well deserved, absolutely.
Fred,
Well,
come on.
I'm glad you came to me. Yes. What can I say that's not already been said about Drayshawn Prince?
A lot of things.
This guy has it all. You know, everything you want in a wrestler. You know, basically, you know, from the start to the beginning, inside the ring, outside the ring, whatever you want to call it, he's got it. Congratulations.
From the start to the beginning, huh?
Oh, well, I got to.
See, y'all thought this was just going to be a top 5 countdown. This right here, this is SDU version 2. All right. KT.
Yeah, man. Bro is definitely one of the people that I feel like should be on any show. Easily the highlight of any show. Shoot, I be cheating. He's like my cheat code. Whenever I try to do a show somewhere and I am booking and running the card, he's either going up first or going up like in a spot where I know we need to make sure that the crowd is behind everything. He's like easily somebody you can throw in. Like we working different markets in front of different crowds and everything, you have to prove like, hey, we really do this. And he's one of my go-to guys that I look at is like, hey, I need you to do your thing to prove that we really do this and we do this seriously. And easily a standout, easily can hold any title for any company. Cruiserweight or heavyweight, can easily get in there and mix it up with just about anybody. Surprisingly heavy.
Right?
Surprisingly heavy. But hey, bro definitely like I can't speak enough about how much I admire what bro does, what he's been through, and what he can do moving forward.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I agree completely. I mean, he is honestly like pure athleticism incarnate. A lot of natural ability when he first started. I knew right off the bat, he was going to be something special, because like I said, natural athleticism, and he took to it real well, real easy. My only here I go. My only thing with him is I wish he would be a little bit more consistent. If he was more consistent, he would have been higher on this list, in my opinion. But as I said at the beginning, this is 100% voted on by the people that watch this show, by the community, wrestling community, and whatnot. It's 100% voted on. So, yes, that is who that is. But all right. So again, 100% voted on. So now we're going to move to number 4 on our top 5.
I have a feeling I know who it is.
Get this up here. There we go. By now.
Who is it?
Damian Sandow.
Oh!
Number 4. Buck Skinner.
Wow.
There we go. And as I said before, that was 100% voted in by you, the fans. I got the little stat sheet here. See, I'm not as professional as Fred. The Lone Stranger, Buck Skinner, debuted in 2020, which is crazy that it's only been that long. Trained by Johnny Rods, Matt Stryker, and currently at the New Japan Dojo Academy. Former 3-time World of Unpredictable Wrestling Tag Champ, 1-time Heavyweight Champ for the same company, 1-time APW Heavyweight Champion, 1-time Bluff City Wrestling TV Champion, and 1-time and current TAC Heavyweight Champion. Has worked for an extra for WWE multiple times. Just graduated from the New Japan Dojo. Wrestled Fred Rosser on the show, which, those who don't know, Darren Young from WWE, and was a background actor in Young Rock. KT, I'll let you start this one off.
Man, Buck easily, my list, Buck easily fits up there with like a Lance Archer, a Cruel, a Donovan Dijak. Like, that's how I look at Buck, man. Easily somebody cool, one of the coolest people I ever been in the locker room with. The man hits you like you owe him $5.
$5 footlong.
Man slapped me, you felt like I get slapped by my mama. But yeah, man, Buck easily, man, as we see, easily top 5 on anybody's list. And what's dope to me about Buck, man, is he's carving his own niche. He don't get involved with any of the backstage stuff. Every time I talk to Buck, he's always a dope conversation, cool guy, and he's just a dope person overall, man.
Fred, go ahead.
I was gonna let Gary.
No, you're next.
Oh man.
We got to go. Good answer, Fred. Answer, good answer. So.
Man, but I apologize if you know why, but well deserved. Every time I'm around you, you're really cool. I'm proud to call you my brother. And you're tall. I realized
Everybody
that.
saw to you.
Yeah, I literally had to stand on the top step just to look up at you and stuff like that. You know, you got it all, man. Congratulations.
Gary?
Buck is somebody who I don't know. He reminds me a lot of Test, and I say that in a cool way. Uh, just the height and the speed. Um, but yeah, Buck's somebody that I don't want to jinx anybody's journeys or anything here, but Buck is somebody that will probably be a somebody in a place somewhere in the near future. That is something that is televised that'll have lots of eyes on it. The dude is cool as hell. So yeah, absolutely deserved on this top five in any position. It could have been easily number one for my money.
Yeah. Now I will. I think I might have to question him on that 2020 debut because I could have swore he was wrestling at AWO in 2019, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, for somebody that's only been in it for a few years, dude has got. He is a complete package deal. Like he's like 6'6", 6'7", uh, hellaciously talented. Hellaciously talented. I've got to share the ring a few times with him, and honestly, like it's not very often I'm the shorter guy in the ring, but yeah, he okay, he was last couple shows there. That was 2020, so yeah, I would say I think he made his Arkansas debut with us, I believe, outside of ACW. But yeah, dude is amazing, and honestly, I see a lot of big things for him. Really do. If you're not booking Buck Skinner, what's wrong with you? So, all right. So I've got a little bit of a hiccup here. When we did this, like I said, I received over 100 messages on voting. Um, and you would think that some things would be a little bit spread out. But it wasn't on one occasion. We actually have a tie for number 4.
Whoa.
So instead of pushing Dre Sean out of the top 5, I actually wanted to do number 4 twice because, hey, they both deserved it. Honestly, everybody that got voted for deserved it, But we're going to go ahead and pop up number 4 again, but a different number 4, the tied number 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Number 4, part 2.
For
There you
Paul.
Number 4 for the second one, the War Wolf.
Bruce the Juice.
So yeah, number 4 voted in Bruce McGowan, and how many of us sent in a vote for this monstrosity? Brian is jealous, but Fred, I'll go ahead and let you start this one.
Oh my God. I don't know what to say, but the guy is like, there's something about him, every time I'm around him and stuff like that. And not only that, he's a werewolf. Come on now. How can you not, well deserved, you deserve to be on this list, I'm proud of you, I ain't got much to say, but I'm proud of you.
Gary, go ahead. KT had to step away for a second.
All right. Warwolf. So yeah, somebody that I've gotten to know really well in the past like couple of months when I returned to AWO. He was the first person I got to wrestle, and I've wrestled him a few
OCW.
times. OCW. What did I say?
AWO.
AWO. Everything's a blur. But Bruce is awesome. He's incredibly humble. He's somebody who, and this probably be a reoccurring theme on this list, is better than they realize. But yeah, I love Bruce to death. Fantastic character to go along with the very solid and experienced hands. He'd be a benefit to any show, honestly, to have him on your show. You would indispensable.
Well, I was about to. I forgot to read his stats, but before I do, speak of the devil, he finally showed up.
Hey, let's give him a clap.
Yeah, sorry guys, I just unfortunately just woke up.
All right, so Bruce, if you were not aware, number 5 was Drayshawn Prince, number 4 was Buck Skinner, but tied at number 4 because you got the same exact amount of votes was you, man.
Oh, holy crap!
Debuted for MACW and OCW in 2009. Former tag team champions all over the Mid-South, including SOAR, AIWF, RWE, OCW, and many, many more. Former RWE heavyweight champion, former OCW heavyweight champion. In 2016, Beer 30 was voted number 26 in the top 100 tag teams in the world on the Indie Power ranking. Background work for Young Rock, debuted for Championship Wrestling in Memphis in 2021, and most recently got to wrestle Gangrel. So, Bruce, before we get to you, KT, go ahead on yours. You're muted.
All right, man. So Bruce is a long story, but I'll keep it short, man. Bruce. All right, so coming in the wrestling, man, some of us had a reputation, and Bruce was one of the first people that was like, "Man, I hear you, but I'm gonna find out for myself." And then once he found out, he went back and was like, "Hey, man, I don't see what your problem is." And it wasn't just with me, but it was with a lot of other people. So for that, I always gonna have respect for Bruce. Cool person, man. Backstage, another one of the go-to guys. If you definitely need somebody on the card, another one of the go-to guys that I feel you gotta have on your show. So far, everybody has brought their own uniqueness when it comes down to everybody that's currently been named, but it's different layers when it comes down to Bruce because he can. I've watched this man literally fit almost any role anybody's asked him to be in, and that's something every roster needs. So yeah, hats off.
Oh, I completely agree. I've told a lot of people, Bruce is one of the guys that was there when I first started. He's one of the guys that my entire journey in this wrestling stuff has always, talked to me, gave me advice, and finally got to work with him this last year, and now we're tagging together, so that's pretty damn cool. But yeah, I completely agree with everything both of y'all said. You couldn't have a better guy. Definitely the ace of OCW right now. People that watch Japanese wrestling know exactly what I mean by that. Bruce, go ahead. The floor is yours for a minute.
Oh man, guys, this is crazy. In fact, I just got off the phone with a guy a little bit before I actually dozed off. It's weird when guys give you that praise and me. One of the things that all of y'all can hopefully have seen and will continue to see is me being humble to a fault. I'm not a guy that lets it go to his head, and I don't want to ever be that guy. And many people that watch this have seen that and have heard us talk about it several times. Um, man, thank you guys. It means a lot.
And if you missed it, man, like I said, I received over 100 different messages of people voting for this, and you were on a majority of those lists. I mean, honestly, with the amount of people that were voted for, I mean, you hit a lot of the list, and you should be happy with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But trust me,
You know,
I get it. I get it. Trust me, and you'll really understand why I say that here in a minute. So this next one, like I said, it was 100% fan voted, and I'll be honest, I almost nullified this myself, but I was like, nah, I can't do that. This is weird to me. But number 3 in the voting.
We are all. We are many. We are one.
I knew somebody was going to say that. So, yeah, I understand the awkwardness on that. If it honestly, that's not sound weird, but if it had been if I'd have had a few less votes to where it would have been closer, I would have dropped myself off completely. But because I don't want people to think I put myself on there, because I honestly did not want to. But all right, Draven Morrow, former ASWF heavyweight, 2-time tag team Evolution and Arkansas State champion, MAW heavyweight champion, LFW tag champion, NHEW hardcore champion, OCW heavyweight and tag champion, former promoter and owner of AWO, and as of last year, I got to wrestle Gangrel, and I feel like I've had a good part of a lot of people's journey. So, hey, there we go. All right, have at it, guys.
I'll go ahead and just say my bit. There's a comment here that does summarize the thing here. That's the reality of it. There's a lot of people that are up front in Arkansas wrestling right now that would not be where they are without. I wanted to say David, but Draven Morrow. I'd say the best gimmick in Arkansas, definitely. Somebody who has an effect in a locker room in a very positive manner. So I've been in a lot of locker rooms. I don't know. There's a lot of things I could drone on and on in regards to Draven Morrow, but you were on my list as well. I can't remember where I put you, but well deserved, and I love you. And I actually think Fred's spot should have been here. And that's what you should have done. Now that I think about it, instead of taking yourself out of the list, you should have just put Fred here. Now that I think about
it. Fred, go ahead.
No, go ahead. One of y'all go ahead, because y'all go. Yeah, Bruce, KT, y'all go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead and say my piece. I'm sorry not to step on anybody. So uh, the first time I went to ASWF, David, you were pulling security, and I remember seeing Fred in the crowd and Tab, and I I remember you shot me a message and told me that you were training, and man, I was just so super excited. Like I love when a guy makes that leap, and in just a few short years, man, you have come so far and done so much good that I wish that I wish that you were less humble about it because you really have done a hell of a lot. Um, and every time I'm glad we're working together now because in the past when there was an opportunity, one of us was doing something, we had different trajectories in our careers, and it just so happened that the stars aligned, and now that you and me are together, like I just man, it's super cool, and just standing beside you in the ring, man, it means a ton.
All right, I'll go. I'm excuse me. I'm gonna tear up.
It's just wrestling.
Yeah, I know. What can I say about this man? This man right here, like that. This man right here has been there for me through everything. Through everything. My father called him my brother. I'm so thankful for everything he has done in the wrestling business. Thank you and congratulations. I love you, brother.
Oh,
Holy shit, dude.
oh.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, it's all right, Fred. It's all right, man. It's all right. Let the man tears flow. It's cool, bro. Hey, man. One wheel, number one is these wings because they are fire. Two, bro. I credit you and Josh and a few other people for really getting me involved with everything. So for that alone, man, just the fact that some of y'all took a chance on me, I hold it in high regard. But when certain other people that we was around started looking down on me and a few other people and whatnot, you was one of the ones that were like, nah, I'm not gonna turn on. Forever gonna be grateful and appreciative of that. Like somebody else said in here, man, you had a helping hand with damn near everybody that's trying to do something right now that seems to be really trying to take this serious. And then not only that, man, you're fully supportive of everything and everybody, even for workers that you've never been around or worked the show with, and for shows that you don't even get booked on. I don't think even you realize how big of a locker room presence that you are whenever you are around. And like pretty much how I spoke about everybody else, damn near somebody that you absolutely have to have on your show, even if you're not booking them on a regular basis, have them on this show just to watch, because you're easily somebody that anybody can learn from just by being in the ring with. So yeah.
Huh. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting the whole love fest there, just throw out some stats and just roll on. But I do appreciate it. I've tried my best to do my best. And my little brother, I agree with him stopping my ego from taking so much. In all honesty, I do appreciate it. I've just tried my best to help push everybody best I can. And that was the whole point of this whole top 5 thing to begin with, was to push some of the active guys and just try to help everybody grow. Try to get maybe some people that didn't have eyes on them exactly by certain areas. Maybe it'll get the eyes out there. Appreciate it. But we are going to move in to number 2. And after that, we're going to do some honorable mentions.
Who does number 2 work for?
Nobody.
But yeah, number two. Honestly, numbers 1 and 2 were 1 and 2 by a massive landslide. I mean, just a massive difference between who's number 2 and the votes that I got. I mean, there was a massive difference there. But this is well deserved.
Fat Jitsu, a martial art that follows the principles of the 48 laws of power, the teachings of the art of war, and the spirit of South Sweet know how to. Black Air Force energy. Definition, anybody can get it. Meaning, these hands are ready E for everybody. Show enough. A repetition's acknowledgement of what is, what was, and what will be. That jitsu is based from the principle of not allowing bad genetics to limit one's physical ability. Muay Thai, Kempo, Kyokushin, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, and a sprinkle of Jeet Kune Do make up the ingredients that form the lethal art of being fat, yet extremely dangerous. Reference, this right here is one bad fat man with the original glow that's imitated by Super Saiyans. The illegitimate son of Bruce Leroy, the nephew of the Shogun of Harlem. This is K Tuma, the master of Fat Jitsu. Show enough.
So, let's go with the little stat line here, which, in all honesty, does not even account for the amount of accolades this man deserves. Former RWE heavyweight champion, former RWE US champion. He has shared the ring with Rhino, Big Con, Moose, Cruel. He is definitely one of the major stars with Memphis Wrestling. I believe won the Grind City Rumble this recently too, didn't he?
Yeah, but I don't like to brag.
Well, I'm bragging. And he is also the main brain behind the Catalina Wine Mixer shows. Ladies and gentlemen, number 2, the big man, K. Toomer. Yay! Hold on. Bruce, I'm going to go ahead and let you get started on this one.
All right, man, KT, like you said before, man, I heard all kinds of mess about you, and you know, I actually saw guys. Decide to not work with you because your name was beside them on the card, and that made me sick because I like working with everybody. I want an opportunity to work with everybody, and so when my name was beside yours on the card, I was excited. I was a little concerned, but I wanted to see for myself. So, fast forward, the bell rings, and from bell to bell, you were a consummate professional. I didn't feel like not even once that whatever you were asked to do in the match would be anything different. You know what I'm saying? And I remember being in the back and just kind of like trying to wrap my head around all these people that said all this stuff about you. And I made the decision as soon as I knew that whatever you were doing, I would absolutely love to be a part of, and whether it be a match or a show or anything. And then before I even made it to Memphis, watching your, I've described it to other people. I've described it to other. I've described it to other people as an almost meteoric rise. You are just Mr. Personality, and you do the damn thing, man. And I can't say enough how proud of you I am. And just to see where you started and where you're at now and where you're going to be at in 10 years, man. I tell guys all the time, watch what people are doing right now, because in 5 to 10 years, you may not even be able to contact these fools. And I believe that you're one of those guys. So congratulations, and just keep doing you, man.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Fred.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna go the other route and say that this guy right here, when I first saw him, I was like, holy, you know what? I was like, I did not know what to think until I saw him in the ring. You are a really nice person, very humble and stuff. Love being at the show with you and stuff like that, Basically, thank you and congratulations. Showed up.
Appreciate that, man.
Gary, go ahead. Brian wants you to battle rap, KT. You lost already. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that I've done too much abuse to my brain through various things over the years to be able to do that. Anyway, KT, I'm trying to remember exactly the first time, or at least like my first impression of you. It's kind of weird because we started kind of close around each other. I think you started maybe like 4 or 5 months after me, so we're fairly close in terms of like experience. And then I was in your first series of matches, and it's been awesome to see what's happened with you. I've said this on previous occasions that I believe, in terms of the total hierarchy of what's needed in professional wrestling, you're the hardest working man in wrestling when you take all things into account. I appreciate the very straightforward attitude you bring. I guess that's just because you've been in other worlds before professional wrestling, so you kind of have a different perspective than a lot of people who kind of came in and this is all they've ever wanted to be a part of. And I think that's been a boon to you, as well as to people who are smart enough to pick your mind. Well deserved, and again, not to jinx it, but you're definitely somebody I think we'll probably see in other places someday in the near future.
Appreciate that.
I will talk before I let you talk. Let you get your final word on this. And again, everything was 100% fan voted. I don't have the actual numbers in front of me, but like I said, you was by a very large gap between 3 and 2. Probably I'd say 95% of the list that I was sent, you were on, and you were always in the top of each list. All right, so it was definitely an overwhelming deal there. I remember LFW. I see this big son of a gun with braids come walking up, looking for somebody, talking about wanting to get trained and stuff like that. And man, seeing that guy then to you now, dude, it has been a massive growth. Me and Bruce both, Gary, we all tell a lot of the young guys, if you want to learn how to promote yourself, to get yourself out there, watch your stuff, man. You've always been amazing at promoting yourself, getting yourself out there. That's why you're in the position that you are. I told you day one you were going to be an attraction, and you were going to be a star. I could tell it from the get go, and I am just glad to be a footnote in your story, man. Proud of you, dude. So go ahead, the floor is yours.
Cool, man. Man, I really ain't got much to say, to be real with you. Just trying to.
Oh, to put this out there, KT did not put himself in his own list. He was one of the 5% that did not vote for KT. So,
Hey, but man, really, I'm just trying to still like everybody else, still trying to figure out how to work this stuff. Still trying to figure out how to push and progress, not just for myself, but everybody that I want to be around me. Like, oh no, man, it's kind of hard to explain. I get like a different perspective of everything, and some people may not agree with my with my idea of how this is supposed to work. But trying to stay humble on it is like seeing everything that I have been able to do, even when literally, how can I put this without sounding petty? Even when a big percentage of the wrestling community and bookers were like, I'm not dealing with him for whatever reason, and still putting everything up against me the way that they did, and the fact that I was still able to move past all of that and basically just try to do business how I think business is supposed to be. I just want to use that to show other people that, hey, you ain't really got to fall in line, and you ain't got to play the game. You ain't got to be an asshole with people just to live your gimmick. You don't got to be. You don't got to. I want to cuss, but you ain't got to be a crap human being when it come down to dealing with other people. You ain't got to big league people. You ain't got to try to step over people. You damn sure ain't got to politic behind the scenes to try to earn a spot. Because like literally everywhere that I've been, I found a way to earn a spot on a card somewhere. So
I know
yeah.
Memphis, you sat in the crowd for a while before you even brought in up there.
So let me tell you how I really got into Memphis, man. Um, a certain somebody who owned Memphis, him and somebody else ended up getting booked at another company that we was working at the time. I'm not gonna name them because they trash people. But not everybody though, but certain people that are there are trash people. And I don't care who knows it. But this person came, and the story that was given to me was it's going to be a working relationship between the two companies. So me being me, I'm like, all right, they came and showed support and watched our show. I'm gonna go and show support and watch their show. That's literally what I did. Getting into Memphis was not on my card because I knew any type of situation like that, they already have things pre-planned, and I knew it was nowhere for me. But I went there, sat down, somebody who worked at this particular company at one point in time who threw a hissy fit about me, threw another hissy fit in the back about me being there. And the question that was brought to me was like, well, what's the issue with this person and why are they in such an uproar about you being in the crowd? I was like, I don't know. They were like, are you coming back to the next taping? Sure. Came back to the next taping, talked with a few people, saw a few more familiar faces. They kind of saw how I was jovial with a few people, and another conversation was had. And somewhere along the lines of me saying, um, "If you need me, I always get my gear ready." And they were like, "All right, come to the next tapings." I did, and just did what I was asked to do. So that's how the Memphis thing started. But it wasn't any politicking. It wasn't any backstabbing. It wasn't no footnote to say, hey, I know this kid, let me bring him in. None of that. It was literally showing up, being ready for a role, being ready for a position, and really doing what was needed for the show at the time to lead me into something different.
And that's what we tell a lot of the young guys too. If you just make yourself available, good things can happen.
Mm-hmm.
So before we get into the number one, I'm going to pop off a few of the honorable mentions that were voted. There were 4 guys that were very close, but didn't quite have enough votes. You had Xander Gold, who did make several people's list, but was just shy of it. I think what it is too is a lot of the people that voted are definitely more the Tennessee side of the state, so it's just visual. Not a lot of guys know it. Ray Ivy got quite a few votes. Main event Bradley.
Oh, wow.
Mike Anthony got quite a few votes. Gary, you were in that voting with quite a few. Gaston actually got a few, even though he's talking so much crap in the comments. And again, there was quite a few more. I can't list them all because I don't have my notebook in front of me. But there was quite a few. Austin Lane. I'm not going to call you out this time, but yeah, he got several votes. But again, it was a wide variety of voting in this, which I really love. Because, like I said, outside of the top 2, everybody was within, just a few votes of each other. So, but we have come down to the final countdown. Oh yeah, Jack Parker Jr. got a lot of votes too. He wasn't quite up there though. I forgot about him. because Brian don't like him. Anyway, I have it here. The number one that you voted for, number one wrestler in the state of Arkansas, and he is not going to like this because he doesn't see it. William Blackwell. And when I say that he is number one, he won number one by a landslide.
Days of high adventure.
His highlight reel is a little longer. He's number one. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, just
Did
now.
that
caught
person
it.
say thank you for the cryptocurrency?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so and he commented in the here that this was false. You cannot say this is false when it was you were on probably 99% of everybody's list, and in majority of those lists, you were at least in the top two on almost every single one of them. So, classically violent, William J. Blackwell. Since October 2016, he is a former ASWF heavyweight champion, LFW tag champion, AWO tag team champion. Currently is SCW heavyweight champion for the second time, and the Diamond State Imperial champion. Some of his top moments that he felt was his top moments were his death match with Sleazy E, his King of Sports debut, his dog collar match with some guy named Cataclysm, his Iron Man match with Alexander Gold, and being on Talking Shopomania 2. He was also a big part of the first wine mixer. He's also a major part in the Vino shows. So, ladies and gentlemen, William Blackwell is your number one. And I will start this off by saying he does not think he deserves this whatsoever. I will call him a damn liar to his face, because when it comes to this wrestling business, in all honesty, to me, he is the complete package. Character, technical, brawling, whatever you need, Will can do it. I'm extremely proud to be, again, a footnote in his journey. So somebody else, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and add to that.
Your sound went down.
I accidentally unplugged my headset. Will is he's one of the people responsible for training me. I was trained by Draven Morrow, Ray, and William Blackwell. And Blackwell, as far as like technical and details, has taught me the most in terms of just the small things in wrestling. He's always somebody that really valued the small things in wrestling and paying attention to details. For my personal rankings, Will was number one. To echo what David said, a complete package. In the last few years, I think he's kind of finally found himself with this current character that he's running at most of the places that he's running it at. Where it's if anybody watches any of his promos, you'll see the influence of like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in there.
Yeah.
But it's working. It's working like a charm. It's finally something that works with what he wants to do in the ring, rather than something he feels like he needs to pigeonhole himself into in order to work wherever he wants to go. Uh, yeah, I think what he's doing is what everybody should strive to do, not necessarily in imitating his style, but in terms of how much you care about what happens in the ring, and not only caring about it, but caring about getting better at it. And he gets better every time he wrestles.
Brad.
All right. Now, Will, I'm mad at you because you didn't mention the stuff we did, but I'll excuse you for that. for right now. But you deserve it. You deserve all of that and stuff like that, being number one and stuff like that. On my list, it was very tough for me, but you deserve it, and stuff like that. When I first met you, I was like, this guy is weird. But, as I got to know you, I was like, well, I just how I go, and stuff like that, But continue doing what you doing, and and all that and stuff like that. Congratulations,
Stuff like
brother.
that. Bruce, go ahead.
Will, you're one of the guys, man. You're humble to a fault. You've done a lot of cool stuff in a short time, and man, you were the top of my list. Another one of those guys that I had heard different things about, but then I wrestled you, and that first hit, man, it rocked me, and it made me realize that all right, this guy can go. And then we wrestled again, and we wrestled a few more times since that first one, but my jaw will never forget the hit that you gave it. And like Fred said, and like Garion said, like David is probably about to say, you already did say, didn't you, David?
Yeah.
All right, man, you deserve all. I'm sorry. You deserve all the accolades that you're getting, man. And if you think you don't, think again. Congratulations, by the way.
KT.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ryan, no.
Well, one, forget Will because he brought up my wings. but yeah, man, Will one of the bros, man. Somebody I go to bat for time and time again. Same. Now we're talking about Will. I also look at Cody in the same vein, in the exact same light. Two people who we all got our own similar stories for whatever, but I've seen people try to treat them the absolute worst.
Yes.
And the fact that they didn't let that turn them away from all of this and curved their own path. Like, I've literally watched friendships crumble behind a bunch of BS, and they took the hit, they took the punch to the chin and kept it rolling and kept it moving, regardless of what anybody had to say. For that, man, that shows a lot of character.
They both gave a couple of punches to the chin as well.
Yeah. But like, man, I've seen them boys be talked about, dragged out about, and I've even had people turn on me because I defended them in certain situations. And man, hats off to them, man. Anytime Like even when we're just hanging out, Gary, and you can attest to that. Even when the rare occasions where we're just hanging out watching a random wrestling pay-per-view, we end up talking about something we're watching and finding a way to incorporate it into what we're individually doing.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dave like to joke about us and and all of our mini Gokus. um, Will and Cody, man, they're easily people that we can all sit down and talk nerd talk with, whether it's Star Wars, Dragon Ball, anime, music to a certain extent. Easily somebody who's fully a well-rounded person. And like I said, not just him, man, Cody, and there's a few other people I can throw in their name, like Curtis. Um, you name it, man. It's a few guys that I feel are left off the list or don't get recognized. They really have a big hand in a lot of people's progression that just don't get their recognition, and a lot of people don't realize it. And Will is one of those people for sure. Like anytime he goes to a show, he's in the ring doing some kind of weird ass training, and then every time I look up, he's in the ring bumping, and then 5 minutes later, he's leading a whole damn training class that wasn't even booked. So easily someone anybody can listen to, learn from, trade ideas, bounce things off of. Just a cool person overall, man.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, very much, very much.
You too, Cody.
So and Grayson, you got some votes too. You got some, so I put you over on that. But so those who missed out, like I said again, this was 100% voted. I received over 100 votes. The top five, number 5 was Drayshawn Prince. Tied at number 4 was Buck Skinner and our own Bruce McGowan.
Thank you,
Number
guys.
3 was some weirdo named Draven Morrow. Number 2, Big Man K Toomer. And number 1, William Blackwell. And again, I say that is well deserved. And in all honesty, the list could have went 100 different ways. I would like to see more people voting on stuff like this.
Yes.
You know, but
Thank you.
yeah, honorable mention Fred James. In all honesty, Fred actually got a few votes. That's not even a joke.
Thank you, whoever voted. I don't know who voted.
Well, you're not active though, so you didn't count. So, but no, and if you have any ideas on what you would like to see us do, you know, in the future, top 5 wise, Gary, quit playing with the box. If you have any ideas on what you would like to see us cover on top 5 in the future, shoot us a message or anything like that. And all like that. Fred is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is. And not to make this about me or you know, it's about the group as a whole. If I can speak for the group for a second, it's a massively huge honor to even be mentioned in the group in this group of individuals and voted not just by wrestlers but by fans as well. So it goes to show just the impact that all of us have to the business, especially around here, because you know, probably 5 years in, I heard grumblings from a lot of the vets that I had the opportunity to be around, that you know, Arkansas wrestling was almost dead. And you know, there's so many companies now that are all over the state that just didn't exist 10 years ago. So the fact that it's growing and all of these fans get a choice and get to see it all happen, man, it just means the world. Because we all love wrestling, and you know, to like I said, to even be thought of. Look at me, I'm stepping all over my words because it is a huge honor, you know.
And I'll pop this one up here. I can say that as well. It really is pretty awesome to see, to be to be named in something like that was voted on and whatnot. Double J, I don't think I could do the promotion to the Arkansas thing because that would create a buttload of heat and arguments and a bunch of BS I don't want to listen to. I was stressed enough over this thing. So,
and the top 5 tag team will be going hard.
That's
yeah,
right.
because there's honestly not a whole lot of tag teams in Arkansas, and outside of Arkansas, it would be difficult to get information, without having to go cut up stuff myself, and I'm too lazy for that. So, that Gary, stop! I'm gonna take away your privilege. So, but anyway, this lasted about the amount of time I was hoping. We're going to get ready to get out of here. I just want to say tune in tomorrow for SDU. We always have fun on there. We pay attention to the comments a little more than we did on something like this, and we just have fun with it. We got other shows coming up that just follow the SDU Network page to find out all the information. And appreciate everybody watching. Bye.
Don't die.
And remember.